Hello, welcome to all you lords and ladies of fate. You have once again found yourselves in the only Twitch TTRPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to significantly impact the stories being told on your screens. In order to do so, you must spend fate chips. These are loyalty points that you earn just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or even just engaging with us in chat. You can then use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon in custom items, or make players say silly things. You can even force the adventurers into random encounters. It's also worth noting that I am a handsome man, and tonight we're playing Tomb of Annihilation, an adventure module for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Joining me tonight, we have our amazing cast, featuring Jeff playing Kenneth Noisewater, the halfling monk.
Hello.
Next, we have Jen Washitashi playing Stallion the Fearbreaker, the Dwarven Paladin.
Hello.
Also, we have myself playing Jacob Bruce, the Human Ranger. Followed by Felix playing Scrod, the Human Barbarian.
Evening.
Whoa. And lastly, we have Keyblader playing Xavier Thatch, the Human Rogue.
Hello, everybody.
And then to mitigate the will of the fates, we have our very own DM Dave. No, not that one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chult. Thank goodness that we have Felix back this time to give us another round of letters to Lenny. Scrod, please take it away.
Dear Lenny, it seems like a long time since I've written to you, and it feels like I've just been dreaming. This is all very foggy to me, but we are still questing to find the source of the death curse. We must be close because the waves of dread that are washing over us are getting more intense. It looks like Stallion really is in tight with his god, because his god does not like undead ogres, especially when they pop Jacob on the noggin and ruin his protection spells. Flask of Wine and River Mist cleared the way for Jacob, Kenneth, and Xavier to go after what we learned was a hellmouth growing out of a wall and poisoning the area with evil. And before it went down, it puked up zombies like Uncle Steve throwing up after drinking that halfling wine. Kenneth pulled the skull out of the wall monster, and it's good to see the group getting their hands dirty. We got a pretty nice gem, but it was a real pain. Kenneth found a book that he and Xavier seem to be excited about. Maybe we'll learn more about it from these two people that seem to just pop up in the cave. Artist Simbar and his friend Dragonbait. Well, I hope you're well, Lenny, and I'll ask Dragonbait if he knows you, or if you know him. I'll send him a picture. Take care. Scrod.
And Scrod entrusts another letter to the muggy rivulet just outside the cave entrance. Meanwhile, Jacob and Artis, I believe, you've just clasped hands, shaken, and agreed to let Artis, Simber, and Dragonbait accompany you on your journey thus far. They seem like worthwhile allies. Artis warmly shakes your hand, puts his other hand on yours before releasing, looking around at the rest of the group and saying, where were you all off to?
I'm going to pull up our map.
Here we pop. Over to the map.
Yes. And I'm going to... Oh, that's right. We're going to go to... I think we're going to swing over to Kier Sabal first. Because we had some unfinished business over that direction.
Yeah. Certainly. I've myself just come from that direction, however. What was the business that you were looking to undertake in Kirsabal?
We saved one of their people from some of these Terra folk, and they invited us over. So we were going to take advantage of their hospitality and see what they had to offer before heading to, and I'll point out the next starred area
To the south?
we have. Yes.
All right. Artist Simber looks over the map, stroking his chin, his short cropped beard. He says, I would be more than happy to accompany you eastwards. Is that eastwards?
Yeah.
Towards Gearsabal. However, it will. It might be dangerous for you all if I were to accompany you in that direction.
Why?
Oh.
There are people who are looking for me.
Who?
And to my knowledge, they are in that direction, which was why I was heading this.
I see.
Ooh.
Powerful.
Do they want to throw you a surprise party? You just really shy?
He gives a hearty laugh at that, and he says, "It would be a surprise of some kind, not a pleasant one for myself, I imagine. They want something that I have, and I think that if they get it, it's better off with me."
What do you have?
See your
Monkeypox.
shoes?
Monkeypox. Don't spread that. Don't spread that.
Great.
He looks at you levelly, Xavier, and says, "It's better if you don't know."
But I do want to know, though.
Understood. Make a persuasion check.
My persuasion. Okay. 6.
Yeah, he leaves it at that.
Okay.
He leaves it at it. He believes it would be more dangerous for you to know any more than he's already told you at
Fine.
this point.
I'll turn to my side and look at him and say, "Fine, you keep your secrets."
And you yours, friend.
Do I have?
You have to have them.
I certainly wouldn't know. You're doing a good job.
Yes, I am.
Anyway, certainly if you are dead set on visiting Kirsabal, Dragonbait myself would be more than happy to accompany you. But I felt it would be unfair and unwise not to warn you.
What do we think, guys? We want to listen. I'm just happy to be a part of the crew at this point, but is there maybe a different direction we could go before Kirsabal? I know we need some rest.
If they were able to keep themselves safe by them, just the two of them, all of us together would surely be even safer.
Or more noticeable.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
just
great at
because-
we're great at flying under the radar.
Oh yeah, that we are Mr. Subtle. We are the most subtle group ever.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that sets shit on fire all the time has gone back home to dad. I guess, yeah.
I feel we can figure this out.
How long can we travel together before before you'd feel compelled to split?
I certainly can. It depends on if we're discovered on our travels. That's
Well,
the long and short of it.
if I can jump in here for just 1 second, we know people in Kirsabal. How are we supposed to know that those people aren't the people who are looking for your stuff?
They aren't. I know that one.
Oh, all right. So let's go
But
cure some all.
The people that are looking for me are based in that area, last I heard.
Do we know whether or not these people who were willing to give us lodging and maybe some other help would help house and keep secret our friends?
It was the same Aarakocra actually that was imprisoned alongside you at Firefinger, who offered this boon at Kir Sabal. You imagine actually make a retroactive insight check.
That would be called a hindsight check, I guess.
Yeah.
Solid
Hindsight
10,
checks would be
baby.
fun. You're not sure.
All right. So who's the leader of this crew, BT Dubs? Which direction are we going? Who's making the call?
Yes.
I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine heading to Kirsabo.
All right. Sounds like Kirsabal it is.
2 people stronger. We can handle this.
Not to be, not to put too fine a point on it, but would any of you like to rest beforehand?
Oh God, yes.
With a pointed look at the beaten and bruised Kenneth and Jacob in particular, and Xavier, I believe. Yeah, all 3 of you are.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob has a crease in his skull right now. We got to inflate that out.
Just
I'm feeling a little woozy. Yeah.
Off that out. I did have a I did want to ask, can I get my assessment of how jacked these 2 are, since they're afraid of something, and strength in numbers is a thing, but we've met people that way outclass us, and if they outclass us and they're afraid of them, then I'm gonna be a little nervous about this. I just kind of want to know how.
You're just giving them like an ocular pat down.
Oh yeah, just generally, assessment, how they carry themselves. I think my claws have sucked back into me.
Yeah, do an insight check. I call that an
Okay.
insight check.
I'd like to say that ocular pat down might be my favorite 2 series of words
Yes.
ever used ever in
I
the history
stole
of
it.
words.
I wish I could claim it, but I stole it.
I mean, look, when you look like this, you're just used to it. That's why you work out sometimes. I welcome your ocular pat down. This is an insight check. Okay, well, that isn't great. Not terrible. So,
Oh.
Hey.
I feel that I have. Well, I mean, it's not automatic. It's just very.
You can see through their tunics.
Yes.
They are packed.
When you look at Dragonbait, you get actually when you look at Dragonbait, Dragonbait is also looking back at you, and there is a certain warmth in his eyes that makes you immediately trust Dragonbait, or feel like you
shot
can.
back reminds me of Lenny.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just, without question, I'm in the tank for him.
there's something about you feel better when you're close to him, and you first of all don't feel like he is capable or ever willing to betray. He also holds by his side has a long sword that from what you can see, it's just slid through a belt loop. Basically, it's not even in a scabbard. But despite that, it is unmarred, still gleaming, perhaps magical in nature. And he seems to know how to use it from what you can see. When you look at Artist Simber, you get a sense when he doesn't look at you the same way that Dragonbait does. Dragonbait makes like eye contact with you, gives sort of a dinosaur-y grin for a moment, and then keeps sort of just paying attention to whatever other conversation is going on as wounds are patched. Artist Simber, when he meets your eyes just for the barest moment, you get this deep, deep sense of weariness that this guy has been around the block and then some. He only carries a dagger, but you get the sense that, well, actually, no, he has a dagger and a longbow slung over his shoulder. And you get the sense, just from looking at him with that hot roll, that he is equally deadly with the longbow and the dagger, short range and long range. And that level of deadliness is high. So you get the feeling, looking at both of these guys, that they, A, know what they're doing, B, that Dragonbait in particular is trustworthy. And if he's tagging along with Artist Simber, you feel that Artist Simber is probably trustworthy as well. That's what you get with a natural 20.
Hell yeah. Also, he's got 120 HP, so like that's a beast.
He's also, yeah, Dragonbait's
That's a
also
beast.
pretty chonky.
Well, I didn't kind of want to look here. Anyone can just read things off the screen. Require skill to interpret them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why the hell is Dave even here?
We have so much information.
That's a good
about that all happened.
Jesus.
Actually.
Actually,
No, it's
sorry to
great.
make you question the nature of your own existence.
The dread sits in. His
Oh,
camera
boy.
is black.
All right. So are you, I'm assuming, taking a short rest? Because it is morning still. It is, you guys took on the,
Who wants brunch?
yeah, it's brunch time.
Brent?
It's proper brunch time.
Okay, is my fire pit still here from last time?
Yes.
All the bones and smoldering. Cool. I'm gonna run over and start a fire and put some rations down and I'm gonna pull out a kettle. And
Yeah, absolutely.
A bag of dusty bean dust, and get the Joe going and just start cooking up some grub. Hey, anybody need some healing before we go to sleep? I got some points I can give y'all with my hands.
I could use
Wait,
back
do
rub.
All right, come on over and get a healing back rub.
You get your lay on hands back after a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest, but I haven't used it
Okay.
yet.
Okay. I'll see how I feel after the short rest.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody who wants to heal with the short rest first, go ahead. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'm in.
actually.
Yeah.
How many
that's
points do you
smart.
need?
But I guess we can short rest first and then
Okay.
see what we need.
Cool.
How do you short rest in D&D Beyond?
So it should
Yeah.
be up
So
on
what-
the top rung. It should be, your name and character. There'll be short rest and long rest.
Oh, there it is.
You got to pick
The dice I want to use?
how many dice you want to use. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then, but I don't think it automatically does it for you. I don't know how it works with Beyond 20.
Hold on, I'm gonna try it because I don't know if I lost any points at all during.
You only lost 2.
It's all a fog. I just
That's
wanted to-
literally 2 hit points in that whole fight.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do not skip abs day.
Oh.
Core.
Okay, I did it. I did my short rest.
So how many boxes do you check?
However many you would like to use,
Yeah, I hit.
and knowing that you gain back half of those on a long rest. So
Okay.
it's sort of a value judgment. It's like if you use all 4 of them, you're not going to have any. You're only going to get 2 back when you do a long rest.
Oh, Oh, okay. That balances. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the rub
That-
there.
That's
So if you use two of them, you only get one back at a long rest.
Yeah.
I believe that's correct. All right,
Pay
so
me now,
Jacob
pay me later.
gets 12 back. All right, where are we?
You guys have to roll for it, I guess.
Yeah, it didn't do it automatically.
It
but
should
yeah,
tell
you
you.
gotta roll for it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should.
How do you roll your hit die?
If you hit the short rest and then it brings up next to it, the option to you roll
So
your
2
hit die.
10 plus 3.
I don't see that.
And if you click that, it only does one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll hit that for as many times or as many as you want to. Which
So-
generally I like to make you say how many you're gonna do before it.
Oh, I did two.
So I got 8 plus
I feel
3,
like-
so I have
It's
11 back.
You're back on full.
Or just roll it over here.
Let's see.
I do like that we are lords and ladies of tech support.
Well, yeah, that's why I warned you guys ahead of time that we might be having some
Oh, so I got 11 HP back.
Yeah, I got
dynamic
12,
lighting.
12 back.
All right. So plus 11 for you. Kenneth, I got you done. Jacob, I got you done. Stallion, I got you. Yeah, okay, everybody's back. Everybody's done their short rest.
Perfect.
River Mist should do his too.
I gave both of them
Okay.
back half of what they lost. That's how I'm gonna sort of flub it for NPCs.
It's not
for a short
showing.
rest.
It's not showing
okay.
that my HP is full. I hit refresh. It still didn't show up. I can just change it myself, but I don't know if it's anything up.
Oh, I've only done it on roll 20.
Oh, okay, got you.
Help me.
It's okay. I fixed it. Thank you.
You. All right. Okay. That would be one thing that it would be. Oh, maybe you can do that if you set up the character sheets. I'll look at that.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, Stallion, you cook up a little miniature feast in this dank cave. Although every moment that you spend in here without that constant pulsing, that dreadful feeling, it feels lighter and lighter. And by the end of the short rest, Flask of Wine has pulled out a basically what looks like a volleyball-sized ball of feathers, and is just sort of batting it around between his paws. And every once in a while, he'll bat it over to River Mist, who will bat it around and then bat it back.
It's adorable.
I'm really intrigued by what is happening over there. I'm gonna actually sidle over and see if I can join in.
After they pass it back and forth a couple times with you watching, Flask of Wine bats it over towards your feet.
Yay! Yes, I will do a bit of a football kick and then bat it back.
You play. At one point, it turns into a little bit of monkey in the middle.
Oh, they dance around me.
Flask of Wine picks up the ball in his teeth and worries it back and forth, and then with surprising agility tosses it up and over your head, and River Mist catches it in her mouth, and then they start to scamper around the edges of the cavern.
Oh, I am having a ball.
Can you guys
Literally.
tell I just adopted 2 kittens?
And then they get sleepy, and that's
And then they get sleepy, which they are right now.
Ooh, they're climbing the wall.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, it's a pretty lovely time in here over the Artist Simber and Dragonbait. Just sort of, they don't push themselves into any conversation. They're just artist Simber in particular is standing somewhat back, observing, a small smile on his face. Dragonbait at one point comes up and helps you out, Stallion, next to the fire. And as he settles up to you, you can smell lemons.
Hey, bud. What you fancy? Want some flapjacks, or I got some Joe.
He gratefully accepts a small mug of cafe.
Cool.
Did you bring the whip? Are you gonna make a little leaf? Oh, that dragon claw.
No, I have no way of keeping creams for long periods of time.
Luckily, Dragonbait only takes it with 1 sugar.
Perfect. I have sugar cubes. Absolutely. So, tell me a little bit about what this friend of yours is all about. You trust him?
Dragonbait takes out his little pad of paper and scribbles on it for a bit, and passes you a small note that says, "He is a good man."
Okay. Well, if you trust him, I trust him.
He scribbles for a little bit longer. I have not known him long. He hired me in Port Nyanzaru, but I believe his heart is pure.
Okay.
Actually, no. What the note reads, "I know his heart is pure," not "I believe."
That tracks. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for the insight.
Dragonbait crumples the note up and tosses it into the flames.
Good call. All right.
And gives a little bit of a conspiratorial wink.
Yes.
As he does so.
I catch your vibe and your smell. You smell great. I'm glad you trust me. All right, crew. Is everybody ready to go? Does anybody need some healing before we head out, or what do you think? What do you think, Scrod? What do you think, Jacob?
I'm in the middle of playing. I look over what?
We got to head out, right? Is that what we're doing?
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Oops.
To
And I hand
gather
the
up
ball
the,
back. I tossed the ball back.
Flask of Wine catches it and stows it back away in his pack.
I'm gonna grab the rope that we used to set up the entranceway alarm.
Yeah, you can all whatever items we used for that. I don't think we took track of it, but yeah, all of that, the rope and all of those items are returned to your inventory. The only other thing that you possibly could take with you is this 24-foot ladder over here.
Yeah, that's not going back in the jacket, guys.
Sadly, it is now a 24-foot ladder for good.
Yeah.
Have you really tried? Have you tried to put it back?
Without tearing? No.
Thinking good thoughts, breathe a lot.
Happy thoughts. Ladder thoughts.
Happy thoughts. Ladder thought.
And my thoughts were on high.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, hey Jacob, make an Arcana check.
All right.
You're pretty sure that it would take some time, but you're actually pretty sure that you could reverse engineer the process to turn items into patches for your artificer training. You think you could reverse engineer that method?
Okay. We talking days or weeks?
We're talking. I would say 1 long rest per item. So I know I'm telling you a little late, but I will also allow it for other items.
Okay.
I think that would be
keep that.
pretty cool.
Very cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Make a note here.
Yeah, please, because I'll forget I said that.
One long rest.
Oh, we're not gonna forget. We're not gonna.
Oh, never.
Not this. Is it to our advantage? Never going away.
Hope so.
All right.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Well,
So
everybody's-
does anybody else want to, or are you gonna give any lay on hands anywhere?
Does anybody need any back rubs before we hit the old dusty trail?
if nobody else does, I could use a little touch up.
I could use a little bit more.
All right. Gather around. Who needs what?
On a
I need-
scale of 1 to 31, I'm feeling about a 19.
Let's see. So you could fully heal Kenneth and Jacob and still you'd have 2 points left over.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So you use 18 of your 20 points, and everybody in the party. Xavier and Scrod are each missing a couple. Every flask of wine. River Mist, Scrod, and Xavier have a couple scratches, maybe a bruise.
Okay.
Everybody else is in tip-top shape.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need any healing. It'll go away with time.
Just walk it
Yeah,
off. Walk it off.
And in fact, it's time to walk it off.
Yeah. Got a long walk.
Are you in the lead, Jacob?
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
Off you trudge back into the jungle. Hang on 1 second. So after really only about an hour of walking,
Ooh.
trying to find this.
Do I notice anything?
Yes, in the distance. As you pass by this, you pretty quickly reach this. What you could see from the top of Firefinger looked like some kind of settlement. From that distance, it was pretty unclear what it was. As you get closer, Xavier, with your keen eyes, you are the first to notice
Aha.
that this. Oh, there we go. What you can see is in the middle of a clearing. You're maybe 10 feet into the undergrowth, and you can see a massive clearing ahead of you. And in the center of that clearing is a maybe, oh boy, a huge, like 200-foot radius. No, 200-foot diameter circle of thorny, twisted vines, 20 feet high.
Okay. I thought of
in-
mine.
Yeah, entirely encircling this this small settlement.
Huh.
You can't really see. You certainly can't see past the vines.
Oh, so they're almost like netted together, sort of.
Yeah, they are thick and dense. You can see what does look like an entrance. There seems to be one narrow entryway at the northern edge of this circle, The rest of it appears to be from this distance impregnable.
Is there a plaque or any kind of sign?
From this distance, you can't tell.
Is how far away from this wall?
Let's see. You're still a couple 100 feet away.
100 feet away. Does it seem like there's a lot?
You're still in. You're at the tree line. There's maybe 150 feet of cleared land on all sides of this circle.
Does it seem like there's a lot of foot traffic where I'm at right now?
No. Jacob is taking you through not a winding path. Not a you're not off the path, but he's not taking you on major roads. Okay. You can see what looks like some foot traffic would go in and out of that northern entryway. However,
okay. I guess I tell everybody hey guys, there's a wall of vines over there that seem like there might be a way in.
I don't know, bro. I'm looking at it. Reminds me of a thorny jail. Yeah, that's a slow one. That's a thinker.
My brain is melting.
Don't want to go to thorny jail.
Low.
There we go. I got it.
It's been a long day.
I'm just gonna keep pounding that into the ground like I got a nat 20. I'm just gonna keep going at it.
River Mist and Flask of Wine confer together in a hush for a moment, and then River Mist turns to the party and says, "I believe this is a settlement of Grunk." And
who?
Grunk.
They get drunk here?
Grung. Grung. Grung.
Oh.
Like when you do with a bell. You brung it. Yeah.
Yes.
Would I know what a grug is? I mean, I know they're not specific to Chult, so.
I know you can't unthunk one.
Yeah, make a nature check.
Nature check. Oh boy. Can I get a nature? No. No. I'm kind of. Ooh,
Yeah, that's
17.
my specialty.
Yeah, you know Grung as small little frog-like humanoids. They're small-sized. They are poisonous. They have poisonous skin.
Mm.
They
Not hallucinogenic.
Many of them are poisonous. Oh yeah, I already said that. They're poisonous, but many of them have various types of poison depending on what color their skin is, depending on what sort of variant of grung they are. However, you don't know what those different kind of poisonous effects are. You just know that there are different poisonous effects.
Am I aware that they can speak common?
Let me see. Do they speak common?
Well, Meta, I know that they don't, but I was wondering, does Xavier know that they would speak that? Because otherwise he's going to start speaking common to him, and hilarity ensues.
Let me see. What did you roll? You roll a 17. I think you know that they have their own language.
Okay.
They generally have their own language. It's not unheard of to maybe run into a grung that speaks common, but by and large they are tribal in nature. They are very territorial. They are very violent, and they are often difficult to communicate with unless you know their language, or there happens to be a grung that speaks common, but that is,
Highly.
I wouldn't say exceedingly rare, but not common.
Okay. Then yeah, Xavier's gonna be like, "Oh, grung, yes, the little angry frog people. They're kind of not something to be messing with, guys. I didn't know that's what their settlement was." He starts backing away very slowly.
We could take the long way around.
Does wait, what about Artist and Dragonbait?
Artist says, we didn't come quite this direction. We avoided the settlement entirely. We haven't run into them ourselves.
Are these the guys after you?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, they're being hunted by little baby frog people.
Artist says, if the people who are looking for me find us, you will know.
It's going to be them, their flying spectral mounts and hell eyes that will probably give the game away.
Or they might point up and say, those are the guys.
Them.
Well, no, because I will tell you. No, he leaves it actually ominous. He just said, you'll know.
I'm actually gonna, there's the settlement, but I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on the woods in case there's like a patrol or something. I mean, if they're this keep to themselves, essentially they sound like rural voters. And I've dealt with enough of them, but I want to keep an eye around for the woods to see if they got a patrol or something set up.
All right, yeah. Make a perception check, Scrod.
I am not perceptive, gentlemen.
Oh, can I help him with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with advantage.
You see me looking around, like kind of.
Like what you're looking at, Scrod? I mean.
And you hold up your binoculars to his eyes.
Yeah. Just don't climb up me. It probably won't work as well.
That'd be a higher vantage point.
Holy crap!
Hey.
Hey.
Higher vantage point.
Yeah. I'll stand on your shoulders.
Oh God. Help.
So with the extra 6 inches of height that you get from standing on Xavier's crumpled body, you are able to see. You can actually, you do. You climb a tree a little bit. You haul yourself up, just so you can sort of peer up and over into this circle of vines, and what you see is inside that circle of vines is a maze, a thick, thorny maze. Inside the maze, you can see movement vaguely here and there. It seems like maybe there are patrols within the maze, but none outside. Nothing in the forest around you. Nothing. No patrols. Whatever this barrier is, that's what they patrol.
Okay.
Let me show you, kind of.
Well, it's a little Westworldy, would be my thought.
And then, yeah, in the middle of this, you can just sort of see the head of this kind of frog-looking building.
Oh, I want to go see that.
It's built in the image.
If I see that, I want to go see it. I don't want to go on our way back. Guys, you got to see this. This is amazing.
I'd like to climb to the top of the Scrod Tower to look at it myself.
Yeah. I'm going to mentally adjust my oil. I'm going to mentally adjust my body's slipperiness.
Up or down?
Allow passage.
Okay, down.
Down.
Pretty
oil
good climbing.
glands, shut down momentarily.
Yes.
Kenneth, you can see. Kenneth, as you climb up and peer in, you see the entirety of the inside of the maze start to shift Vines retract into a wall, grow out of another. These vines are magical, and the maze is ever changing.
Awesome.
Huh. I don't think we're getting through there.
But you also see this cool smiley frog guy.
Yeah, I want the toad tchotchke.
I do like the frog guy though.
I like the frog guy.
Well, and this is, I mean,
it's
a 50 by 50 foot building.
It's cool.
That is.
These are industrious little. All right, these are good.
Shits?
Yeah, I bet once we learn how to fly.
There was a weird beep. Did you mean shits?
Yes.
Okay.
I said a no word.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Yes. It's part of the jokes, man. Thing. It's called a joke. But yeah, oh no, I think once we learn to fly, I am coming back here.
The tabaxi actually nod and say, if we can fly, then perhaps it would be simpler. I would not fear them so much if we could fly.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to provoke them at this present moment.
Yeah. That maze sure would be a lot easier if we could fly.
That's true.
I believe I could fly, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I believe I could touch the sky.
Don't do it. Everybody stop.
Every night and day.
I'd like to spread my wings and fly away.
Roll for jail time.
Well, soon we won't have to think about it every night and day. So.
Yeah.
On a roll.
I know.
You guys are killing it.
The arms of an angel, man.
All right. You set off again, keeping a wide berth from the small settlement of Grung at the foot of the river Tairiki. You travel for another few hours before... let's see. Everybody but Stallion. Stallion, you're maybe off in your own world, or you're tired or something. So you're the only one who doesn't notice this. But the rest of the party, you notice as you're winding along this path that Jacob is hacking for you through the jungle. I almost just said Youngle, by the way, Jacob. Thank you for
Jacob's
that.
jungle.
Jacob in the Youngle.
We all heard it.
That's a side quest we'll do later.
Yeah. That's like the
We can
kids'
do-
version of this campaign.
Yeah, Jacob and the Youngle. For sure. Everybody's poops, like graphic novel for children.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh God.
You all except Stallion noticed that off to the side of the path, maybe 20 feet off to the north, is a statue of sort of a blank-faced humanoid, but with a very chiseled body, wearing only a loincloth. This statue is grown over with vines. It seems to have been long. It's certainly not maintained in any way.
I gotta see that.
Describe as relative.
Dad? Daddy?
Piled around the base of the statue, however, are myriad small animal skeletons.
Does it look religious?
Make a religion check.
18.
It does. You quickly ascertain that this is some kind of shrine.
Shrine to awesomeness
Oh.
and self-dedication.
Can I see if the bones are the bones arranged in a way that it seems like a sacrifice, or are they just scattered around?
Yeah, it definitely seems like a sacrifice. They seem like they don't seem like they died there naturally. They're sort of arranged. They're not quite like the catacombs level of artistically arranged, but certainly placed with some care.
Okay.
This has some kind of meaning to someone.
I want to investigate it really bad. Guy.
All right.
River Mist pipes up. She says, "This is a shrine to Ubtao."
God bless you.
I believe. Ubtao was once, long ago, he used to be the lone god of Chult, the protector of the jungle and its many bands of inhabitants. As soon as she starts saying this, she sort of falls into a cadence that makes it sound like this is an oft-repeated story. You actually see Flask of Wine sort of mouthing the words along with her at points.
Yeah.
She continues, Ubtao was once the lone god of Chult, but Ubtao grew angry over his worshippers' endless warring amongst themselves and their reliance on him to solve all of their problems. Ubtao abandoned Chult, and his presence has not been felt here for almost 100 years. But without Ubtao to aid the various tribes, they were forced to band together against the jungle, put aside their petty conflicts, and unite as one people.
I kind of dislike the Ubtao as aping Ayn Rand.
I wouldn't mind wanting to maybe clean up the shrine, get the vines off of it.
Okay.
It's a cultural thing. I mean, they can't have.
Yeah. No. Wait. Not our culture. Not our thing. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say, he's not our god, and the people who do worship him may not want us effing around with him.
Yeah, they're god. They're our culture.
I think we should judge their culture based on our own.
Yeah, we should just go in and say we know what's best.
I mean, it seems kind of desecrated, but
they need capitalism. They need freedom.
If they're gonna do this, I'm gonna go around and do some foraging around outside of that area.
Okay. So are you? What's going on with the shrine?
I want to know that too.
So I want to clean it.
Clearly, we should desecrate it.
Wait, how tall the thing we're about to desecrate?
How tall?
DM Dave.
Yes, sir.
Where on the map are we right now?
Oh, you guys are past this little X settlement. You're maybe about here.
Okay.
You think you're going to get to about this river by the time night falls.
Okay, and I didn't see, or my character didn't see any of this stuff, right? You said it perception-wise, this is the one person who didn't see it, correct?
Yeah, but once everybody stopped and started chatting,
I followed up, and now I know. Okay.
Unless you're ignoring it now, you know about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I still want to get the vines off of it.
All right. You approach and begin to sweep vines off of the tall statue. Meanwhile,
I hate to ask, how tall is it?
It's the base is about 4 feet tall. The statue itself is another 10.
Okay. There's places for him to stand and stuff.
Yeah. He's maybe gonna have a little bit of a tough time getting the vines that have sort of turned into what look like dreads almost.
Yeah.
That are sprouting off the top of his head, but the rest of it.
This is the Disney version of that god. Yes, this is the Disney version of the god.
Highs or lows, Xavier?
Hi, I feel pretty good.
Actually, as you approach, you don't even you start at the base of the statue and start clearing vines away. And as you do so, you find settled at the very base of this statue next to a crude-looking, mostly burnt candle, a small jar. Again, crude-looking, capped with a piece of cork bark.
Drink it.
About palm size.
Yeah. Can I pick it up and shake it?
Yeah, you pick it up, nothing, you don't hear anything inside when you shake.
Is it sealed? Like, is it like wax sealed maybe, or like it's just a cork, or?
It's a cork. It's kind of a waxed cork almost. It's sealed fairly well. As you shake, actually, there's sort of like a vague, oh boy, I'm gonna have a vague sort of wet slopping sound inside.
A wet slopping.
I regret
sound
saying
inside.
that, but I couldn't think of another way to.
Sloppy, guys. Sloppy.
I just really wanna look at him in my best Willy Wonka, say, no, wait, don't open it.
I wanna
Yeah.
Drink it.
I don't know. Does it seem like it's like an offering though? If it is, I probably want to open it.
It was set at the foot of this shrine,
Right.
Maybe it's the
Among-
food from the
jar of
previous
smoke.
offering.
next to a burnt out candle. That's what you can tell.
Next to a
And a
burned
bunch of animals. A bunch of dead
And
animals.
among the arranged
Um,
piles of bones.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I'm cursed curiosity, guys. I'm gonna open it.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah.
carefully.
You carefully break the seal,
Oh.
and it looks like just sort of it looks like a jar of, I mean, your character wouldn't know what this is, but like Vaseline.
Oh, it's the body oil of the gods.
It looks like sort of an ointment, a clear ointment, and as you peel it off, you smell a sort of a strong antiseptic sort of smell.
Oh.
Vicks.
A very
You found Vicks.
clean, a very sort of sterile smell
Oh, that's
as you
sweet.
pop it open.
Okay. I don't want to taste it or touch it or anything, but I'll keep it though. I'll keep it. I'll reseal it. And I'm going to leave 5 gold in its place.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do.
That's how it works.
It belongs in a museum, guys.
All right. Yeah. Just make sure you take that away from your
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
character sheet, and yeah, you in place of this small jar of ointment, leave an offering of 5 gold pieces behind.
Yeah.
And then you continue about your work of clearing off the statue of vines. Meanwhile, Jacob, you are wandering around foraging. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Just stuff that could be used, edible stuff. Any kind of tracks, just kind of keeping an eye out for anything like that.
Make a survival check.
Oof.
Let me see. Is there anything that gives you advantage because it's a jungle, because you're special at forest?
Yeah, foraging thing, you get some bonus towards that. I do know that.
So if I'm successful, then I can find twice as much food as I normally would, or learn the exact number size,
Favored enemies,
tracks, and stuff like that.
Oh, you get extra. You get double your proficiency bonus. So it's really an 11. Oh wait, no, is +4 doing it already?
No, that's my normal bonus.
Okay, so an 11 total. Okay, yeah. With that, you're able to. You don't really find any tracks. Actually, no, you do find some tracks. what you find are actually tracks that head back in the direction that you just came from. They are small footprints. They're footprints that are the size of a small humanoid creature, but they are pressed very deeply into the dirt and undergrowth. Like the footprints are maybe this big around, but they sink almost a full foot into the undergrowth.
Damn, they're some heavy boys.
So they're
Yeah,
carrying
it's like something very small and very heavy has frequently moved, approached this small shrine and gone back in the direction you came from.
And it's equally deep coming and going?
Yes.
Okay. So it's less likely they're carrying something and more that they're just overweight.
That's like my Aunt Joan and her stilettos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do also find, if I was paying attention to rations, you'd replenish your rations.
Yay.
But I'm not doing that.
Yeah. No, I just want to find some fresh food for everybody. Save the rations for later.
Yeah, you find some nice berries. You find a small spring to refill your water skin.
Very good.
All right.
And I guess upon completing that, I'll kind of go back and be like, all right, time's up. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. Xavier fairly quickly is able to pull back, strip the remaining vines, and leave this statue looking fairly clean. It's still somewhat pocked and marked from the constant drizzle of rain, but without the shroud of vines around it, it looks prouder somehow.
Neat. I'll do a quick sketch real quick of the statue.
All right.
Yeah.
And take a nice sketch. Is that something you can do automatically with your special thing?
No, I mean, like, I'm just drawing it.
Just a
as
nice
best
drawing.
I can. Yeah, it's not quite a map thing, but I mean, I guess I'm mapping the outer line of it. I guess. Technically.
Right. Yeah. It's a nice drawing.
Yeah. Show
Right.
people back at the mainland.
All right. You head onwards, led by Jacob, further into the forest, further into the jungle. You travel for. It was already late afternoon when you hit that. You reach the banks of the river Olung over here. Is that labeled on your guys' map or just mine?
Yep.
Ours too.
Okay. Yeah, you reach here, the banks of the river Olung, as night falls. And you can set up camp.
Okay. I wanna look through the rations real quick. I'm like, oh, Jacob, you found a Marcel mushroom? Wow.
Yeah, I'll pass out the assorted goods that I got.
A morel, a nice, tasty
Morel.
oyster mushroom.
Yeah.
A feast, practically a feast tonight. Artist Simber and Dragon Bait have been traveling fairly quietly alongside you. I mean, Dragon Bait doesn't talk, so he's very quiet. And Artist Simber, just again, if any of you, he'll make conversation, but he seems to just sort of have this observant air about him.
We're silently being judged. I'll take first watch, and I want to work on my daggers while I'm.
All right. Who's on second watch?
I'll do it.
Okie doke. Third watch.
I need a full night's rest.
Flask of wine raises a paw and offers to take the third watch. And then who will be on our last watch?
I'll go ahead.
Artist Simber also says, I would be happy to take a watch, either singly or with someone else, if you'd rather have someone watching me while I watch you. I understand it's still a new partnership.
Oh.
Yep, Scrod?
I just wanted to know if I could take a watch with him.
Yeah, he nods and says, happily, we'll take our...
No disrespect, nothing. I figured that we've seen a lot of stuff. We pissed off a statue guy. Just in case.
What? I heard something. Who said that?
Nothing.
All right. Remind me, who... Oh, no. I lost a D20. Who said they were on first?
Me.
Jacob. Second watch. Your watch is uneventful, Jacob. Second watch was Xavier. Was that right?
Yes.
Xavier. Your watch is uneventful.
Of course.
You awake flask of wine. Okay. One moment, please. Ooh. Okay.
Is that a good thing?
You are all awoken.
Oh no.
Okay. Wait, I just lost you. Okay. One's over here.
How far through? Is that at least half rest?
That was this is like through the first through the first two watches. Oh, and I took the game mark I made with me. Okay. So go ahead and I'm gonna say Dragonbait and Artis are in their own tent here. Flask of Wine is taking watch over here. We'll say this is River Mists. Yeah, where does everybody else sleep?
I think
I'm in my tent.
I think Sally and I tend to sit together.
Yeah. I feel like we're definitely snuggled up in there.
I basically am sleeping, and then he's sleeping on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, it's always going to be on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I'm sleeping on a bag of ropes.
So Stallion's there. And Kenneth, so Kenneth and Xavier are bunking up.
I'll just sneak in this tent after he falls asleep.
Not creepy at all.
Wait,
Curl
Pat,
up
I
in
probably
the
heard
corner.
All right.
Drunkenly stumble in.
You are all awoken in the wee hours of the morning by Flask of Wine calling out in a high pitch, a panic fever pitch. He yells, "Assassin Vine!"
Assassin Vine.
Do we know what that is?
What? Hold on. I don't drink. Don't care.
Stallion, as you wake up, you find yourself entirely wrapped up.
Oh no, it's like that one movie.
So you're saying I'm like in a sleeping bag and I'm really cozy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for a moment it feels that way, and then you go to yawn, and then you realize you can't move your arms, and you can't move your legs, and it's starting to get harder to breathe.
What is this madness?
You look down, and almost you are from the neck down, you are nearly mummified by what look like animate vines crawling over your body.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
And we're all gonna roll the initiative.
Balls.
I don't like this at all.
Whoever asked if they know what an assassin vine is, in the meantime, roll a nature check.
I think we all just said what?
Yeah, if it's up to me, I'm sitting right next to you. Based on my initiative, you're gonna die.
Cool.
Dirty 20 on my nature check.
I want to start rolling another character when we're done here.
Yeah, Jacob, you have heard of assassin vines before. They are living vines, often created by an excess of magical energy. They're actually often very difficult to spot because they are literally just living vines. So a Flask of Wine did a good job spotting this one out. You know that
magical energy. I just want to recap. I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, this is what Jacob knows anyway.
Okay.
But they are magically infused vines. They wrap up their prey stealthily, and while they have them wrapped up, they inflict potentially deadly levels of poison damage. Kenneth, you are up. Oh, also, we now have 4 NPCs, which means I'm going to have almost everybody running with an NPC in combat, if you guys are up for that.
Woo! That sounds awesome.
So, Kenneth, you're up first. Who would you like to act with?
Doesn't matter. Whoever. I can take any of them.
All right, I'm going to roll a d4. You are acting with Flask of Wine.
Flask of Wine.
I called her over
there. Flask of Wine has a short sword, a short bow, and his claws.
Okay. So I just hear screaming.
You've heard. Yeah. Flask of Wine has called out Assassin Vine, with a clear sense of danger in his voice.
Okay. Oh, I guess I will exit the tent.
Yeah, you can see a writhing mass of vines that is just behind this tent that Scrod and Stallion are in, and you can see as you rush out, many of the vines are slipping underneath the tent flap and inside.
Okay, I'd like to use a. What time of day is it?
It is the middle of the night. This fire is still providing a decent amount of light, but sort of just in this central area. The forest at large around you is dark.
Okay.
Very dark.
Oh, since I'm the first one awake and no one else is awake yet, I will use a bonus action to empower my Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Okay.
And then I would like to attack it with
so you can attack it from here.
for 15 feet away.
That's
nasty. With a weapon.
Oh, neat.
With a weapon or an unarmed strike.
Super wild.
That is so cool. All right.
Yeah.
Go for it. So you're gonna.
I'll use my.
So you just have your action this time, but from now on you'll have your. For a minute now.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
So I will use my short sword against vines because sharp edges seem like it might be helpful.
And what does that look like as you empower your blade with this energy?
It's It's like inky tendrils.
So you coat as you empower your tattoo, these sort of the ink flows out of that tattoo, leaving just outlines and into your hands, covering your hands and extending onto your short sword. And as this sort of fluid drips off of your sword in your hand, it dissolves into nothingness before it can hit the ground. Okay? Go ahead and make an attack.
All right.
With your short sword.
12.
12 doesn't hit.
No. It looked cool.
It did. It looked super cool.
I'm just gearing up for next one.
And flask of wine.
And flask of wine. I guess we'll move up here and then take a shot with the bow, right?
Okay. Short bow 1 hit. Short bow 2 hit. Dealing 12 points of damage total. He begins just rapid fire, loosing arrows one after the other into this thicket of vines. Xavier, you are up. Who would you like to act with?
Oh, River Mist.
All right, River Mist. What would you and River Mist like to do?
I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna go out, and let's go out to here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be like, holy crap, vines, and now, because Stallion is wrapped up, would that count as sneak attack?
Yes, absolutely.
Aha. So I'm gonna shoot at it.
100%.
Eat my crossbow. You.
Well, don't eat
Wiggly.
the crossbow.
Oh man. No.
Yeah. In the darkness, this writhing mass of tentacle-esque vines is just hard. It's hard to hit. You hear your crossbow bolt sail off and snap some branches in the distance.
Oops. Yeah. And Flask of Wine is gonna do the same. No. Yeah. No, River Mist. It's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna go out her tent and say, "Oh crap, it's vines," and shoot at the vines.
Which way would you like her to go?
Oh yeah, I can control her, huh?
Yeah, you can move.
Straight out, right there.
All right. She pops out and starts hitting it with the short bow. All right. 1 miss, 1 hit.
Yeah.
Takes another 9 points of damage as one of her arrows finds purchase. Jacob, you are up.
Okay. I am going to maneuver to the tent here. And
who
I'm
would
actually
you like to act with? I'm sorry.
I'll take Artis.
Okay.
So I'm going to open the tent and actually see if the 2 people inside are okay or not.
Scrod is still blearily wiping. Scrod is still asleep. And Stallion, yeah, you can see his eyes wide with panic, I assume, is ensconced in a writhing carpet of vines from the neck down.
All right. Then I guess I'm going to attempt to cut him loose. Actually, I don't really have anything to cut with necessarily.
If you want to just pull on him, I will give him. I'll let you help with his grapple escape attempt.
Okay. Yeah,
which will give him advantage when if he decides to try and wriggle out of these on his turn.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea.
All right.
And then for my bonus action, I'm just going to Hunter's Market.
All right, copy that. It is Hunter's Market. Scrod.
No, okay. I'm waking up. I'm seeing him wrapped in vines. And I also
you feel a little tickle at the bottom of your feet.
Oh, Dakar. Oh shit. No, you're not here. All right.
It's fine.
I see. Yeah, all I'm gonna look is all I can think of is saying stallion don't wiggle wiggle, he folds. Let me see. All right. Can I just how many vines are connecting him to the back of the tent? Like
it just looks like a mass of it's almost impossible to discern individual vines. It just looks like a whole like thing of them. Jacob is reaching over you, grabbing onto the back of Stallion's, or actually probably the front of Stallion's breastplate or whatever he's sleeping in, and is trying to yank with all his might.
PJs. He's in PJs.
I think he does sleep in the nude like all true warriors.
With his like floppy hat with the little pom pom.
Yeah. So what? Well, he's pulling him out. If the vines extending to the back of the tent.
Yeah, you can see them sort of out and underneath the.
Yeah. I'm assuming I got the trusty axe, and I'm gonna do some choppy chop here.
All right.
And I want to do is it called reckless action?
Reckless attack.
Reckless attack. I think it's the one where I can just wail away without worry of my own safety, without heed to my own safety or something like that.
Yeah, you get advantage on the attack roll, but he also
I tried to read the rules this morning, and I screwed up, folks. So I'm double checking all the things I think I know.
That's fine. So you can right from a dead sleep to immediately dragging your axe from the side of the bed mat and slicing. Let's see. Let's see.
Is that possible?
You
wreck tent.
Yeah, I gotta wreck the tent as I do this, aren't I?
I'm gonna say
it was that or my gas would do it.
Yeah, you will. So you'll get advantage on this attack, but you will ruin this tent.
Yeah, I can sleep outside.
Stallion's just going. Ruin the tent.
No.
Ruin it.
Great axe, not so great me. So I just rolled the
advantage. So yeah, you'll roll it twice and take the bigger number. All right, that's already a hit, but let's see if you crit.
Oh yeah, well that's just as good as it was a hit. I didn't work.
It's a hit, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Damage. I don't want to test. And I'm not raging, just to let you know.
Copy that. Minus. I'm
really
sorry.
Morning for that.
I've been on set all week, and I'm in walkie etiquette mode. I'm gonna say copy that a lot.
Sure.
Backtrack a little bit. Jacob, Artis, what would you like Artis to do?
So I'm thinking that because I was reading the sheet or whatever, you can get 3 attacks with his longbow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to go here and just use those 3 attacks there.
Hit. Hit. Is that a critical hit? No, just a regular hit. 2 of them do minimum damage, however, so it's 14 points of damage overall, which is nothing to sneeze at, but 2 of them were minimum damage.
All right.
And Scrod, would you like to act with Dragon Bait, or would you like to leave him for Stallion?
Stallion, since you're just going to be making strength rolls, why don't you go ahead and just wail away with my dragon friend?
All right.
Well, actually, does that mean he acts dead last every time?
Well, Stallion is up next.
Oh, okay. Because I thought if he was with me, he'd act. I'm trying to get him to move up the rank. I'm trying to cheat.
He'd be very slightly quicker if he was with you. Although it doesn't seem to matter because I forget to.
It's
give him
a lot of retconning.
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead with Stallion.
All right, so Stallion and Dragonbait, you are up.
Okay, so I'm completely entangled and can't really move, but I can talk.
Make a wiggle.
So I'm gonna say, "Go gadget headband," and then the whole tent, or what's left of it, is just filled with light from my headband. So now we can all see what the hell is going on.
Are you doing light or daylight?
Oh, daylight. Light. I have to touch. Daylight's a spell. Yeah, I'm doing just regular light.
I'm only touching it, so.
It's already on my head. So
Yeah.
I figure I can enchant it with words since I'm this magical holy paladin dude.
Yeah,
So
you could do either one. It's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna do regular light.
Okay. Light begins illuminates. Yeah, you have a much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Blind.
Just saying.
your
If you wanna
light
do that, I'm just
illuminates another through the ruined tent, the fortunately ruined tent. Your light illuminates another writhing bunch of vines between these two tents up here that nobody had noticed until this very moment.
I think I took my left side. Thank God.
So is it? I wanted to do a lot of this in character, but because I'm entangled, I'm not sure what counts as actions or bonus actions. Like casting that cantrip, is that an action? Is that
That is an action.
Okay. So right now all I have really is a bonus action.
Yeah. You have a bonus action, and you can speak.
And I can speak. Okay.
Yes.
I can't really move. Can I make a strength check as a bonus action? Would you allow that or no?
Not as a bonus action. It has to be an action to get out of a grapple.
Okay. But I don't really have many bonus actions available to my character, so
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna scream, "Get these things off me! You guys can see them, and there's another one behind you. Get these off me!"
Yeah, you do draw everybody's attention to the second assassin vine that hitherto has been unnoticed. In time for Dragonbait to attack it if you would like. So it's
I'm actually gonna have Dragonbait run up to me.
Okay.
And get right. I don't know how far I can move Dragonbait. Would to this tent be okay? 5, 10, 15. How does this work?
Dragonbait's got 30 feet of movement. So you could get him 5. All of this is difficult. Yeah, you can't get him very close. I think you can only get him to here, maybe.
And you know I'm already there trying to get you out, right?
Yeah. Jacob is hanging on to you.
I was sort of counting on Dragonbait's like incredible beefy sword technique to cut me loose, but yeah, I'll have Dragonbait attack this one since I'll probably be saved by my fellow homies in here. So I'm just gonna have Dragonbait attack with his sword. So this would look something like the light hits it, he perks up, he starts to smell a completely different smell. I would say that's maybe this tar or smoke smell. And then, unsheathe his belt, from his belt sheath his sword and just start charging at the vines.
It's violets with a hint of tar.
Sorry, violets. We all smell violets.
Yeah.
With a hint of tar. And he's heading there to get the chopping.
1 hit. 2 hits.
Oh, he's wrecking it.
3 hits. Holy smokes. Okay. 14.
Yeah, I really want to sit around and hang out with him and learn some shit.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, in one turn he reduces it to he takes away as many hit points as everybody else has taken away on the other one.
Oh, now.
Wonderful.
Now it is their turn, however. Oh wait, Stallion.
I have advantage to poison.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good for
Is
you.
it? Wait, isn't it resistance?
Or resistance. It just says A on my sheet, but yeah, it's resistance against poison.
That's very good
Thank
for
God
you.
you are a dwarf.
Yeah.
Because as it continues to constrict you, you can feel poison start to flow through your veins. You would take 21 points of poison damage, but
Nice.
instead take only 11.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
That would have downed me to I did. Thank God.
And now the vines. Okay.
And they get nasty.
This one attempts to engulf Dragonbait. I think that's going to work. Yeah. You roll this out. Yeah. Dragonbait is utterly enveloped with vines. You can hear what sounds like a faint snapping of ribs. Perhaps.
What?
Damn.
And he takes 10 points of damage.
Damn.
And is grappled. Meanwhile, oh baby.
Oh please, it's not behind me, is it? It's not behind me, is it?
He said, "Oh baby."
Oh no!
Ground beneath all of your feet in this square, the
What?
undergrowth begins to. You can feel it start to crawl up your legs, as well. Everyone here, please make a strength saving throw.
This is Dave's way of saying he doesn't want to play with us anymore. He's just nuking the entire team.
Start over.
That's a success. That's a critical success. And that's a failure. Okay. Yeah, good, Kenneth. And what did you get, Xavier?
I got 13.
All right. So, Xavier, River Mist, and Flask of Wine are not restrained.
Oh.
Oh, and Kenneth, you are not restrained. Artis and Jacob, you are feel yourselves begin to be rooted in place, as they're not constricting you like it seems like the assassin vines are doing to their other victims, but they are trying to pull you to the ground and stop you from moving. You will have to, if you are restrained until you use your action to make an athletics check and succeed on it. So now we are back around to Kenneth. Also, this 15-foot square is difficult terrain, which means you will every 5 feet of movement costs 10 in actuality.
So halved or doubled.
Yes. Yeah. However you want to say it.
Yeah. Yikes. Well, I'm not going anywhere anyway, so.
Can I use acrobatics to move out of the problem square?
Yeah, I'll let you do an acrobatics check. How do you do it acrobatically?
Well, I'm surrounded by party members who I can climb on and jump off of.
Yes, you are literally surrounded.
So I was thinking of just kind of climbing up and like hopping off and coming over here.
Yeah, well, make an athletic or make an acrobatics check now. We'll see if you're able to make it out. Oh yeah. You pop yourself up and out, landing deftly just outside of the area where it seems like these vines have been enlivened.
Okay, and then am I able to make an attack from here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, all of your attacks will reach from here.
Stallion does one of those like Robin Williams sort of like when he's stuck in the floor in Jumanji things, and he goes.
Exactly. All right. So that's a hit, Kenneth.
17. All right. This is 5 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, I'm leaving little squares everywhere.
Oh wait. And then it does. I think an extra 1d6 of damage.
Yes, it does an extra d6 of force damage.
Where's just the dice roller?
If you go down to that feature, wherever it is. Oh no, it's on your. If you go to your claw tattoo, you can just click on the d6.
Ah, sweet.
A full 6.
All right. And then bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Unarmed strike does not hit, unfortunately.
and then I guess I'll use a key for the flurry attack.
Okay, so one more unarmed strike.
Yep.
That hits for sure.
That's 9 plus the
Too bad with my crit.
1.
Yeah, you are. You got with both of you. One of them was minimum damage on one and max on the other. It was opposite on the other one. Yeah, you are just with these inky tendrils are ripping bits and pieces of this vine away, slowly shredding it. And you were acting with River Mist, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and River Mist.
So River Mist River Mist make the save or not?
Keeps plunking away.
I think it's flask of wine actually.
Flask of wine. All right.
Flask of wine. Did Flask of Wine make the save?
Yes, Flask of Wine. Yeah, is not restrained.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't want to walk that way.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess Flask of Wine will aim at this top one.
Okay. And do some short bows.
Yes.
All right. Short bow 1. Miss. Short bow 2. Miss. Yeah, he whirls around, startled that there's another bundle of vines behind him, and his 2 shots go wide. Xavier.
oh, it's my turn. Now you said that the square isn't doing any damage, right?
It does not seem to be doing so.
Okay. Then I'll stay where I am. And I will use my bonus action steady aim, and I'm going to shoot the vine attacking stallion.
Okay.
Eat my crossbow, please.
That hits.
16.
That hits.
Now take this. Pew. For 4 piercing damage and 8 sneak attack.
You're just shredding more and more of this vine away.
Yeah.
River Mist.
Oh, and River Mist is gonna shoot. Yeah, it's gonna shoot it with the short bow.
Okay.
I'm moving you,
River
River
Mist.
Mist.
Boom.
Pew, pew.
Hit. Oh, her first attack kills it.
Haha.
And her second attack misses anyway. So she quickly turns her bow northwards to fire on the other one once she sees that the assassin vine is not moving, but can't get a bead on the other one quite quick enough. Jacob. Oh, and the vines that are entangling all of you down here die away.
Aha. Swish.
Oh, good.
So that is no longer a consideration.
Well, all right. Then I'm going to move up here.
Okay.
Enough room there, right?
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay. And I'm going to trident this thing.
Okie doke.
Stick it and twirl like a rolled up spaghetti.
Would you like to move your hunter's mark first?
I already rolled.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's a miss, but
yeah.
Okay, so you can do a different bonus action then if you like. If you want to magic stone it.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
It'll be a disadvantage because you're close.
Well, I think that's pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a critical failure.
Yeah, was it? Was it one?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it was one.
Huh. The stone bounces off the vine and knocks Jacob out.
I guess yeah, it's a.
What did the card say, Dave?
Well, I'm trying to decide if this is a ranged attack or a magic attack. And I think it's a ranged attack.
Oh. Well, yeah, let's make a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So make a wisdom saving throw, Jacob.
All right. 13.
You pass. You're fine. Nothing happens.
All right. And I guess Artis will just use his longbow for his 3 attacks.
Artis actually rummages in his pack and pulls out a small vial that he quickly douses the tip of an arrow in and puts the vial away, draws his bow. He's only going to get 1 attack. But Xavier, you see this small vial glint in the light from Stallion's headband. Emblazoned on the side is "Weed Be Gone," courtesy of Good Devil.
Woo!
Artis pulls back his bow and fires. That is a hit, and I'm going to make it that the "Weed Be Gone" is a automatic critical.
Ooh.
Damn.
Pierced thigh, triple damage. So Artis, with his longbow, 15 points of damage. 1 shot. And the vines begin to shrink back. Dragonbait will also make his escape with advantage. Thank you to Good Devil for that fun little item.
Hell yeah.
I heard Good Devil was a good alchemist.
Scrab.
Yep.
You're up.
So the vines are falling off of Stallion, correct?
Yes, you see them wither and die as you look.
And as far as I know, the other guy's in trouble. I can see the lantern. I'm gonna make an attempt to jump over there.
Boing! Trivial with your springy shoes. You hop easily up and over, landing pretty much wherever you want, and within, I think, 20 feet of you.
Yeah, if you want to move me, I'm having trouble with my mouse.
You going here?
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can.
Yeah, you absolutely
and then I'm just gonna give him some steel.
Give him what for?
Oh, yeah, I gotta roll. Shit.
Yeah.
I like making the noise. It's almost dead anyway, so it's like I'm just sort of, that kid on third base.
Yeah.
Splat. Splat.
I'm doing my third base thing here.
Well, I don't think hits now. 12 doesn't
Right.
hit.
Okay, and I can't use that.
Yeah, you can reckless.
Can I reckless? Even because I didn't know if that was like once per. Oh,
It's
my
once
turn.
on your first attack. Yeah.
Oh, so I can use it all the time. Okay.
Pretty much.
I just only have 1 attack, so it doesn't occur to me that. That's
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'd like to use that.
Soon you'll have 2 attacks. coming around the pike.
Someday.
Speaking of which, Stallion also has a XP boost from Good Devil. Congrats.
Thanks, homie.
So I rolled an 18.
Second. Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay, the roll damage.
Yes.
Hey, much better damage.
Yeah.
Happier.
Very good. All right. Stallion and Dragonbait. Dragonbait tries to get free. Dragonbait rips himself free from the vines.
I think with that, we're going to flip-flop these orders, and Dragonbait's just going to, as he rips himself free from the vines, he's going to, I think what happened was when he was grasped by the vines, he dropped his sword, right? So it was next to him, and he couldn't move. And as soon as he breaks free, he goes directly for the sword, grabs it off the ground, leaps up into the air, and tries to come down to slice on whatever he can see in his path.
Unfortunately, his action was tied up getting out. He has his sword back and he's ready. He poises himself ready to strike. But he did also take some poison damage before ripping himself free. It happened at the start of his turn. So he looks somewhat weaker. He picks up the sword to make that attack like you described.
Yeah.
But the weight of it looks like it surprises him. And for a moment, you can smell the smell of brimstone, Scrod.
He's got the. I'm looking at like his muscles glinting, the scales on his muscles glinting in the firelight. I'm a bit in awe. I might miss my next turn.
But Stallion, you have your turn. You are not restrained any longer.
Okay.
You can move freely.
Whatever
you like.
I think Stallion runs, through the field of companions and gets as close to Dragonbait as he can. And
yeah, you can get there.
Yeah, like
just push past Artis Simber. That's all of your movement, though.
Right, and then instantly just throws Lay on Hands.
Your last 2 points.
Yep.
All right. Dragonbait is filled with resolve.
Sweet.
Tar.
And Tar. Yes.
I think visually the way that looked, because he's a dwarf and he has this crazy headband, is that like he decides to run through this crowd of people and all you really see is just like the light flickering between people's like arms and shoulders and stuff as he hobbles himself over to Dragonbait. And now he's just shining his headband directly on the creature and it's perfectly illuminated.
All right. Stallion, the vines try to creep up your ankles once again as you get close.
Sons of bitches.
It seems like it likes the little guys.
Son of a bitch.
Like maybe it wants to...
Do I need to do any sort of like roll to see if it gets me or not?
No, I make a roll.
Okay.
And you, with your shield on your arm, just scrape the vines away from your feet, dance away. They are not able to make purchase on you.
Okay.
And then, gosh, yeah, I guess it stays there. It doesn't have its meal yet. Kenneth, you're up. It's much reduced, however. Actually, you can see by this point, it's so reduced that there seems to be something sort of at the center of this ball of vines, something that's not vines.
Oh. Well, I'm just work my way around and go over here and I guess hit it.
Yeah, you can hit it from there.
All right, let's hit it from there.
That tattoo's kind of OP.
All right.
Hit.
I like E.
For sure. And go ahead and roll your extra force damage.
Using the force.
Yeah.
1.
Keeping up the max damage on one, minimum on the
Yep.
other.
That's crazy. It happened twice.
Yeah, that's really wild.
And then your unarmed strike also hits.
All right.
And with that, your inky tentacles blast away the last remnants of this animate vine, leaving behind in a small pile of scraps of vine a pair of shining, glimmering, ruby red boots.
Ooh.
Also courtesy of Chief Tattooed Officer. And you're just gonna have to figure out what those are for next time.
They get us home. We click
There's
our
a
heels.
yellow brick road around here. I am going to
Yeah, we made the same
Uh-huh.
look.
all this.
Maybe if we find a scarecrow on our travels, they'll be able to figure it out for us.
All right. Well, thanks to our cast and to all of the audience participation this evening. If your first time watching us, please hit that follow button down the bottom right-hand corner. And stay tuned. Tomorrow night, we will be back with the USS Norway in the universe of Star Trek as they try to dig themselves out of this giant hole they put themselves in. And that'll be 8:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday, we will have the continuation of Conan. That'll be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Followed by Billy F. and Wildstar's stream. I think he's doing some role-playing video games. So we'll see what he has in store 9 to 11 Eastern Time. Wednesday, we're going to be taking a break this week as we prepare for the live show on Thursday. So tune in and see what ridiculousness we might have for Star Wars this week when everybody's in the same room together.
Oh, it's gonna be an excited one.
Yeah. And then Saturday we'll be back for continuation of Riff's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we will also be back next Sunday, to see if we get the rest of our sleep that we wanted.
I'm a very sleepy boy.
Anybody else have anything they want to plug or? All right. Magic Voice. Do we have a raid prepared? All right.
Ooh, yeah.
He sounds so crisp. Listen to that magic voice. Say it again.
No.
Say it again.
Yeah. It's a privilege
We
only
had
we
magic
get.
voice, and he sounds
Man,
awesome.
You guys are really missing out on magic voice. It's buttery, very buttery.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna raid Gnome Annie. So, everybody, participate in the raid, support tabletop role-playing streams, and make yourself known, but be polite and considerate. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.